Welcome back to The Wolf and the Melody. My name's Tommy. Today we're continuing our ABBA journey with The Day Before You Came. We're watching the music video of it. Now, I know people are indifferent on watch the audio or it's okay. We're just going to watch the music video. I can look up the lyrics afterwards. But you all know this has been an incredible journey, and I have really loved it. I really appreciate everybody who's come along with me. This band, this journey has really opened up a lot in me, and I feel like we've all gotten to know each other so well, and I have discovered some really beautiful people on this ABBA journey. So thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time. We're gonna dive in. Let's check this out. The Day Before You Came.
Must have left my house at 8 because I always do. My train, I'm certain, left the station just when it was 2. I must have read the morning paper going into town, and having gotten through the editorial, no doubt I must have frowned. I must have made my desk around 9:15, with letters to be read and heaps of papers waiting to be signed. I must have gone to lunch at 12:30 or so, the usual place, the usual bunch. And still on top of this, I'm pretty sure it must have rained the day before you came. I must have lit my 7th cigarette at 2:30, and at the time I never even noticed I was blue. I must have kept on dragging through the business of the day, without really knowing anything. I hid a part of me away. At 5 I must have left. There's no exception to the rule. A matter of routine. I've done it ever since I finished school.
so haunting. It had that, you know, that kind of poppy feel, but man, it was, the atmosphere was just so haunting and deep and brooding, very moody. I'm looking here, and there is a video that's 5 minutes long about this song and the story behind it. So this was unplanned, but we're gonna watch it. So buckle up, y'all. Let's check this out. Let me make sure. Let me just, you know what I mean. We're going on a little journey, a little spontaneous. Let me expand this, y'all. You guys are awesome. Thank you for being patient with me. I love being a little spontaneous. You know what I mean? Oh my. All right, y'all. I'm very curious about this song and the story behind it. So it's kind of convenient that this popped up.
For enough long period of time, we had many enough good recordings out there, you know. It was like almost 10 years. And every year it was like 2 or 3 songs coming out, becoming big hits. It's sort of unavoidable for people to sort of get rid of us. So, you know. And the most fascinating thing is that we're still alive out there. Instead of trying to do another album after The Visitors, same thing, we just felt that, you know, maybe we should try to do something else. I definitely wanted to try, spread my wings and see is there anything else out there that is interesting to do, something more complicated, more elaborate. And then Tim Rice came along exactly at the right time. I said, I have this idea about chess. And we said, oh God, that's boring. Let's do that, you know? And and we said, we're gonna take 2 years off. Then we had the album, and then it took another 2 years before it opened in the West End. And by that time, we felt like, well, now what's the point going back to do what we did before? But we had 2 songs, Under Attack and The Day Before You Came. We recorded them, and then that was it. What's the last song we recorded?
I must have left my house at 8 because I always do. My train, I'm certain, left the station just when it was 2. I must have read the morning paper going into town, and having gotten through the editorial, no doubt I must have frowned. I must have made my desk around 9:15, with letters to be read and heaps of papers waiting to be signed. I must have gone to lunch at 12:30 or so, the usual place, the usual bunch.
I feel like you can't do that today.
And still on top of this, I'm pretty sure it must have rained the day before you came.
Do you remember writing that song?
No, I don't. Because it's always the same. Sitting down, trying to write something. Bjorn and we used to sit together. And it's sort of very disciplined. So there's no such thing as, and then I thought of this, and that's why. It's just the same method. But the band had gone, so it's all recorded. It's just me playing all this stuff. What comes out in it is the sadness of the music. It's just haunting in a way. It tells you something is going on here, and it doesn't go away.
Must have opened my front door at 8 o'clock or so,
No one wanted to write lyrics. No fun.
and stopped along the way to buy some Chinese food to go.
But Bjorn found out that he was good at it eventually, so he's done all the lyrics.
I'm sure I had my dinner watching something on TV.
The lyric is about a woman who's describing how her days were.
There's not, I think, a single episode of Dallas that I didn't see.
And then Agneta, we said, well, maybe, this is an ordinary girl living an ordinary life in an ordinary city somewhere. Maybe you should act that. Don't sing as good as you can.
I need a lot of sleep, and so I like to be in bed by then. I must have read a while the latest one by Marilyn French on something in that style. It's funny, but I had no sense of living without aim. The day before you came.
I've always thought those last big ABBA hits, that the mood of the songs and the lyrics reflected the personal position the four of you were in at the time.
I don't think you're right there. If you can ask Bjorn when he wrote the lyric to The Winner Takes It All. Okay, so they were divorced. But he's not writing about that, I think. It's fiction. I always thought there was always an element of melancholy in the ABBA songs, even if they're disguised as happy pop songs. A song like Dancing Queen or even, but there are a number of them. And I think that's an important element in what we did, that they're not just happy tunes.
Yeah, that song felt unsettling. It like what he said, it's like it hits something. It hits something in you. And I like the perspective. It's easy to maybe think it's about, you know, Agatha, right? It's Agatha. I'm sorry for butchering it. But it's it's about a girl, living her everyday life. And then somebody comes along. Really brilliant on that perspective. And I like how he corrects that guy. He goes, "No, the winner takes it all is not about that." I think that's pretty cool as well. This song had again that whole the progression of it, the atmosphere, the cloudy days in the video. There wasn't really a lot of bright colors. It made me feel uncomfortable. But it was a good song. But I still feel it. I feel like a sinking feeling in my gut. I can feel that sadness. ABBA, ABBA, ABBA. Y'all, what a journey this has been. I'm just thinking. It's just making me think. Y'all, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I have been picking up some Swedish. So I'm going to try to not butcher it when we do ABBA reviews. So I picked up, good natt, sov gott. Some other things, some cuss words. It's been fun. But y'all, thank you so much for coming along. Thanks for hanging out with me and making this journey so great. Y'all know where to find me. Instagram, I am on Facebook. Just look up Tommy Wolf. And, if you ever want to send me music or talk life, you can. I do my best to get back to everybody's. These past couple weeks have been pretty busy. And just, I'm trying to take care of things outside of life. So please don't think he doesn't want, I try to get back to everybody. So with that said, I'm going to attempt to say VCS, not a VCS. And we will be back with another reaction.